All right, here is my December after the pen for my Silk and Sonder. Didn't really do anything here but a scribble. Same here. I used the calendar, marked off the weekends, and a few other things going on there. My 2-month calendar didn't put anything for February, and a few other little dates and things I wanted to remember with respect to the calendar. I started this later in December, so I didn't do the November reflections and December intentions. I didn't do the mood tracker or the habit tracker either, although I picked some habits I wanted to track. Hopefully we'll be better about this in January. Same with gratitude and sleep. I didn't really record much on those. I did do some of the celebration journal prompts. So talking about learning that at work I'm motivated by developing myself, and then something I did for myself, because when I did this I had already done it, which was going to the mall and buying myself some new clothes over all the holiday craziness and just having a me day where I only did things that were really related to me, not anyone else, even though it was the holiday season. I still need to do this. Maybe I'll add this to what I want to do in January, just because it's the end of the month. Doesn't mean I can't stop using this journal, so this would be a good one to probably continue to work on or to add to my list of things to do for January. This is an extraordinary day, and so here I just talk about going down to Galveston with some snacks and drinks after a healthy morning, and sitting at the beach and kind of planning out what I want to do, where I want to go, filling my cup with some plans because I'm kind of a goal liker, so working on that. Just a quote. I did not do the coloring page yet. Here are some end of year highlights that I thought of, just going through things. I probably could have colored this a little more fun, but that's okay. There were a lot of good memories this year, so this is a fun way to kind of capture them and think about what your favorite things were for the year. I did not do the recipe. This is also something I need to do going forward as a celebration jar, so I need to work on that. So both of these in the theme of celebration will have to move into January. This I just used for some ideas for projects my kids could do over the break. A page I did not use. My son and I did the math. I have not figured out the riddle yet. What English word has 3 consecutive double letters, so I need to think about that more still. But this was fun to do with my kiddo while we were waiting to do something else. My expense tracker, which I use to think about bills, that sort of thing mostly. This was just kind of looking at some weekends to look for opportunities to camp. This, again, I didn't have this planner this week at all, so here I used to plan a holiday thing for my neighborhood, just looking at my planning for over the winter break for the kids. My son made a plan for our fireworks display we did at the end of the month up at our property. We bought a bunch of fireworks and he developed this whole show for us to enjoy the fireworks. This is just some thinking about what's going to bring me peace in the future. Christmas list, so when I had some ideas or thoughts for Christmas shopping, I put it here. This wasn't my main list, but if I had this with me, I wanted a place to record it. A completely blank spread here. I think I got this on the 8th, I don't remember. But I did start adding things in here, so maybe I got it the 7th. This was cleaning day. I'm just looking at how my days were laid out, some of the things I wanted to accomplish. These were some other thinking about what my kids could be working on over the holiday break kind of pages, utilizing those for that. This was just what I did on that Saturday. Those are my events, and then just a little to-do list. This is where I ended up putting my kids' final exam schedule for their classes in middle school, just to record that so I knew what they had each day of that last week of school. This was just kind of planning and thinking through some stuff that I was interested in, just using it for planning pages or play pages. Here is where I did actually lay out my days pretty detailed. And I didn't have too much on my scratch pad this week, but that was good though. I definitely use this. Here, just talking about purses from my friend and planning for an upcoming trip I have. I set some holiday goals here for work and home that I wanted to achieve over my winter break. This was just a to-do list I made of things that I'm working on. Let's see. This is just more thinking about purses because I like to think about purses a lot. Again, these are a few of my days of that last week before we went on a Christmas break. And then here we go again. This was the early release day when the kids came out of school. And then, yeah, we went to visit my friend's dog. I did work a little bit that day, setting some priorities. Not much going on here. Christmas Eve, I did record what my son is supposed to be recording for a violin practice. This, I was gonna lay out like a plan of what all my favorite things were in 2023, but I ended up using it for kind of a scratch paper. Before we went up to our property, we found a black widow in the garage of our shipping container, so spray for spiders was on the list. We got hydrated. This was our shopping list. We stayed an extra day, so we needed to get some stuff. And then a reminder to bring back our sheets to wash. So this was seriously just a silly note while we were up there. Didn't utilize this. This page, this is when we were up at the property. Christmas, obviously. My kids and I did volunteer for a couple hours before we went up to the property when my daughter has swim practice that we did not attend at all. I let her draw up here when we were up at the property, so she kind of took over this whole page, as you can tell. And then my son, I'll show this first, but he was reading a book on world history and had done an independent kind of project on German history, and so he wanted to record everything that that book had for dates as far as things related to Germany were going, so he could incorporate them into his other project. He made a timeline, screwed it up, so then he made the timeline here for all of his German history. So this got used for a bunch of different things this month, and I found this sticker in my house, and I think it was Lulu's, but I took it. It says feeling good. Anyway, that is how I utilized my Silk and Sonder for the month of December. If you like the After the Pen style videos, let me know and I'll definitely share more. Thanks. Bye. All right, I just had to show some extra After the Pen since the last time I filmed this. My daughter has gotten a hold of some of this, so you can see she wrote some stuff on the cover there. We have some new pictures I don't think were there before. She drew the family, an astronaut. She did the coloring page. Here we have the Bellas and Das Sound Machine because we've been watching Pitch Perfect. Here's some other things she drew. Some more pictures she drew. And that on the back. When I get my Silk and Sonder out, she's been getting this one out and working on it, so now you have more use of my Silk and Sonder After the Pen.